What's up, fellow Era players? My name is Jarek, also known as LusterLX, but you can call me Lusty. Today's going to be a pretty short video, actually. I'm going to be releasing about 4 to 5 videos throughout this week, but today is going to be 5, actually 6 now, FPS tips for lower end PCs that have FPS problems on Era. So let's just jump right into it. On the top of the screen, you might notice a picture of my dog. That's because there was a watermark with the recording program that I'm using, and it was pretty big and stupid. So out of spite for them, I know you guys enjoyed my dog a lot in the last video, so I just put him there instead of that watermark out of spite. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the video. Alright guys, so tip number 1 is going to have to do with your options menu. And you can get here by clicking on this cog on the top left of your screen. Some people call it a gear, it's actually a cog, whatever. Just click this right here, this little icon. And you're going to get to the options screen. You're going to go to display and effects and disable any and all settings that are FPS dependent, like day-night effects, bullet effects, damage display. Actually check this one, disable blood effect. Display fire effects, keep this one unchecked, and this one's the killer. Display killstreak notifications, uncheck that, because you know when somebody goes on a killstreak, you get a little drop down here, and it kills your FPS when you're in the middle of a spar or a raid. So make sure you disable that, and then click apply. The next step, well actually the next 2 steps, are in the F3 menu. So press the F3 key on your keyboard, and you're going to get this option screen, which is different from the one you get from clicking the cog on the top left. So yep, press F3, and the first tip in this screen is going to be your resolution settings for full screen. So if you're on a really old PC, you're going to want to use the lowest setting, 720 by 480, and it's going to take some getting used to. Everything gets really big and kind of zoomed in, but you'll get used to it over time, until you upgrade your PC at least. So that is step number 2. Step number 3 is this bad boy right here, Opengl for graphics. You're going to want to uncheck this. So this is what it looks like when it's checked, and a lot of people don't know about this, but you're going to want to uncheck that. That's an FPS killer right there. I keep mine off. If you're on a really high-end PC, or you know, something that can handle it, then you can check it. But otherwise, you know, if you're having issues with your FPS, you're going to want to disable that.
Opengl is bad, okay? If you use Opengl, you're bad, okay?
So that's step number 3. And for step number 4, 5, and 6, we're actually going to need to exit the game. Alright guys, so the very next step has to do with a program that you're going to need to install. It's called RAZER Cortex. It's a guaranteed 15% increase to your FPS. It's a really huge help. I use it for every single one of my games that I play, and actually some of the programs that I use. So I'm leaving a link down below in the description box. You're just going to click download now. Only use that link that I put in the description. I wouldn't deviate from it. You know, do it at your own discretion. I'm not taking any responsibility for any viruses or malicious content you might encounter. If you use the link that I'm providing, you won't run into any of that because it's the official RAZER website. So you're going to click download now right here via the link in the description box. It's going to say RAZER Cortex download link or something along those lines. So just download that, hit download now, and right now we're going to jump into the RAZER Cortex program. Alright guys, so once you download RAZER Cortex and go through all of the initial setup, you're going to get to this screen here, but what you're going to want to do is you're going to go to this tab here that says boost. You're going to click that. Mine says restore now only because I have a game open and the program's running. It's active right now. Where it says boost level, I wouldn't go to custom, I'd go to recommended and leave it as such. And right here, instead of restore now, it's going to say boost now. So you can click boost now and it'll start, start the program. Or what I like to do is have automatic boost on. So anytime you open a game that is listed in your list here, anytime you run it, you don't have to run it through this program, but anytime the game starts running, it's going to automatically turn RAZER Cortex on. So the boost will become active at that time. So that concludes step number 4. Let's jump into the next 2, which have to do with your task manager and other programs that are running. Alright guys, so the next step has to do with the Windows Task Manager. You're going to want to hit Control, Alt, and Delete on your keyboard at the exact same time. It's going to open up a few options. You're going to click the lower one. It's going to say Task Manager. So Control, Alt, Delete, click Task Manager, and it's going to open this window up here. So what you're going to do is, down where it says Graal.exe, and it's going to say 32-bit or 64-bit right here, depending on what your computer is running. So mine is 32-bit, so it says Graal.exe, asterisk 32. It might say 64 for you. What you're going to do is, and make sure you follow these instructions to the letter. Don't deviate from them. As I said before, I don't take any responsibility for anything that might happen. If you follow my instructions 100%, you won't have any problems at all, I guarantee it. So you're going to right click Graal.exe. You're going to go down to where it says set priority, and it should be set to normal. What you're going to do is click above normal. Alright, so you're going to click above normal, and it's going to ask you if you really want to change the priority. Hit change priority, and whenever you're done playing Era, you're going to want to come back to this menu and change it back to normal. Alright, so I'm actually not going to do that. It might mess with my recording software. So that's how you do this step. And let's jump into the very last one. Alright guys, so it's about that time for the last and final tip I have for anybody who's having problems with FPS on Era. It's pretty simple actually. It's going to take place mostly here in your hidden icons and anything that's running down here in the background. So what I like to do is I like to check for anything that's running here in the hidden icons that I don't need. So if I was just playing Graal, I wouldn't need Steam. So I would right click and hit exit Steam. You know, Skype, if you have people constantly calling you and texting you, that could be an issue, so you might want to exit out of that. Anything that you think you don't need, go ahead and exit out of, as well as down here in your taskbar. So, you know, if you had iTunes open or Google Chrome with browsers, multiple browsers open, you might want to close those out. It's going to help your PC put the resources where they need to be, which is on the game. And for my closer today, I'm just going to leave you with a little bit of Graal Team Deathmatch from Gang Events yesterday on Sunday. Vanguard versus Mercenary, while I just do my closing statements here. So throughout the week, we're going to have multiple videos. I plan on doing at least 4 to 5 more videos that have to do with sparring. You know, last week I promised some more style-specific techniques that you can use, whether you're defensive or offensive or a mix of both, how to decipher styles, things of that nature. They're going to be posted or uploaded throughout this week. So thank you if you've watched this far. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. My name is Jarek, also known as LusterLX, but you can call me Lusty, and I'll see you in the next video.
Okay, okay.